much, Angela. Hi, everyone. My name is Julie Saltman, and I am the CEO of Stand. Now, it probably won't surprise you too much to hear that lawyers have an efficiency problem. I think anyone who has received a legal bill in their life can relate to that problem. But I'm a lawyer, and I can tell you that build time is only the tip of the iceberg. Lawyers lose a lot of time every day to time that they can't pass on to their clients. And a big driver of that wasted lost time is research. Now you might be thinking research that's like case law, LexisNexis, or Westlaw, for those of you who know someone in the field or have a little experience in that area. And actually, that's not really where lawyers actually spend most of their time researching. Whether you're preparing for an oral argument or you're preparing deal documents, as a lawyer, the first thing you do is go to leverage your firm's internal knowledge. You need to be able to pull content that you've created, that your colleagues have created, and leverage that in your current work. The problem is this content is stored in different siloed systems that have very ineffective search capabilities. And it's not just stored in documents. It's not just docx or PDF even. It's stored in texts and DMs and long email threads between you and your colleagues. So the average lawyer loses about 2.5 hours per day to this problem. That, for a big law firm, that amounts to about $150 million in lost revenue per year. Now, you might think, well, maybe it's just litigators, maybe it's just lawyers at big firms. It's widespread. We've done a ton of customer discovery, and this is a common complaint with every single lawyer we talk to, and the data backs up our findings. The vast majority of lawyers feel like their systems will fail them because they can't handle the volume and complexity of information that we need to do our work now. So Stand helps lawyers and paralegals find exactly what they need, no matter where it's stored in their firm's systems. We use AI-driven recommendations and contextual search to direct our users to the best sources of information in their firm's knowledge base. Now you might be wondering how we do that. We're able to act as a layer between the users, the lawyers, and all of the systems that store information in the firm, whether that's a document management system that stores documents, a legal research tool that stores case law, or Microsoft Outlook that stores messages and emails. We give lawyers one place to go to where they can search everything and find contextual information, so not just keyword searches. They can see metadata. They can see who's worked on what or how many times a different brief or a different sentence has been used, because that's what lawyers are looking for is not just a PDF file or docx file. They're actually looking for that perfect sentence or that really powerful paragraph hidden in a 30-page brief, and that's really hard to find with search. We've talked to so many lawyers who say, search takes so long. It gives me a list of file names, then I have to sit and read 20 or 30 different documents. It's more efficient for me to call my associate and ask her to go through my calendar and try to see if I've handled something similar before. One lawyer told us it's actually easier for him to call his wife, who works at a different law firm, because they have better systems than he does, and have her search her systems to try to find something useful. So what we do with Stand is meet lawyers where they are. In addition to providing this web-based layer between the users and all of their systems, we are integrated with the tools lawyers use to communicate with each other, so that when somebody posts a message, as you can see here on the screen, asking for a certain argument or a certain type of document, Stand can respond with the 3 best hits from anywhere in the firm's systems based on personalized recommendations from what that person has used before. Now, it's actually a really exciting time to be founding a legal tech company. For a long time, that was not something you could say with a straight face, but believe it or not, law firms are finally modernizing. Last year alone, legal tech companies generated almost $30 billion in revenue, with legal tech startups making up a big portion of that. And we are moving fast to take advantage of this opportunity. Our trajectory really got started when we were accepted to the Desai Accelerator last May, and our first big milestone in the accelerator was a couple months in, I formed a team. I started as a solo founder, and I brought on our Chief Product Officer, Joelle Stacaro, and our Chief Technology Officer, Steven Sulka, in August of last year. And then things really started to take off from there. In September, we closed our first pilot deal with a Michigan-based firm to test our MVP. Now, this pilot deal was super valuable to us, and the MVP did exactly what it was supposed to do. It totally failed. But we learned a ton from that experience. Joelle completely redesigned our product based on the feedback we got and additional customer discovery, and Steven has completely rebuilt a new product in the last 8 weeks. Now we're excited to announce that we have 3 top law firms who are interested in piloting our new product early next year. In the meantime, with the help of the mentoring that we've gotten through Desai, we've really honed our pitch as well as our sales process, and we were able to get accepted into the AWS Impact Accelerator for Women Founders. We're part of a 25-team cohort selected out of over 1,200 applicants as a high-growth, early-stage tech company. And we were also recently accepted into Techstars Seattle. And we have a perfect team to keep this momentum going. After graduating from Michigan Law School, I started my career as a lawyer. I've been doing that for a long time. I spent most of my career at the US Department of Justice doing civil litigation, where I handled some of the most high-profile cases in the Obama administration. My co-founders, Joelle and Steven, have decades of experience building complex products in tough markets. Joelle is an award-winning product designer and manager, and Steven was most recently a VP of engineering at AngelList. Now, our plan for next year is to close those early pilot deals and then raise a pre-seed round. We will use that money to build out our team in core areas, such as engineering, so that we can continue to iterate on the product as we grow our user base, sales, so that we can build out our sales pipeline, and customer success, so that we can land and expand at these law firms. And all of that is, of course, so that we can continue to hit our growth targets. This team is super excited about the opportunity to do something transformative in a kind of stodgy, legacy industry like law, where innovation can really make a difference. If you're the kind of investor who gets excited about that opportunity, or if you know a lawyer you think we should talk to, I'd love to chat later. Thank you so much.